introduce our next speaker, and that's Matthew White. Matthew White interviewed this year to be a junior coach and absolutely blew the interview panel away. He is an honor roll student, has a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo, and gives his time and volunteers at the Community for the Denver Rescue Mission. He's a well-rounded young man, and we couldn't be prouder of him. Please welcome Matthew White.
Good afternoon. I said, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There we go. My name is Matthew White. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at East High School in Denver. As a freshman at East, I tried out and made the junior varsity golf team. After a lot of hard work and determination, I am now one of a few sophomores on the varsity golf team. In September, less than 2 months ago, I placed second in the Denver Public School Varsity Golf Open and only missed first place by 1 stroke. And just last week, I officially lettered. I was introduced to golf by my father when I was about 3 years old, and soon after, I started the First Tee summer program. My father's love for the game spread to me and is a special connection that he and I will always have. Ever since joining the First Tee, I always look forward to the start of my lessons, meeting new friends, and learning new things from the various golf instructors. I learned the different grips used to hold the clubs, putting routines, and course management. And each week, I share what I learned with my family. The anticipation for every lesson and excitement of being part of the First Tee let me know that golf was more than just a game. At every single practice, golf instructors would go over the 9 core values, from honesty to responsibility. They would explain what it means and how it applies to golf and to life. As a child, I saw the core value as just words. But now I think about how the application of those values have opened opportunities for me to be a part of distinguished groups like the Kappa League, Jack and Jill of America Incorporated, and being selected as a Mile High Scholar. I am grateful for the connections that I have made and cherished, like the one I have with my very first instructor, Drew Fournier. Coach Drew has not only become a friend, he is a great mentor. He and so many others I have come to know have taught me skills, leadership, and helped create great memories that will last a lifetime. And more importantly, they supported me when I truly needed it. The passion that I have for this program is why I applied to and became a First Tee junior instructor at Wilshire. I want to share my love for the game with young players interested in golf, just like the instructors did for me. Because this program and what you learn is more than just a game. I am who I am in part because of the First Tee. All the 9 core values are important, but the 3 that stick out to me the most are confidence, sportsmanship, and perseverance. When I was 8, I was honored to be included in the First Tee information packet and literally the poster child for confidence. Sportsmanship is being humble in the way you handle every win and every loss. People already know how sportsmanship and confidence play a role on and off the golf course, but perseverance can be a bit more difficult to see. When I think about perseverance, I think of none other than my mother. 5 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. In her road to recovery, she balanced radiation, work, and taking care of the family while being physically and emotionally drained. Shortly after her diagnosis, my uncle, her brother, was in a near-fatal car accident while riding his bicycle. He slid on an icy sidewalk directly into oncoming traffic. He was in the critical wing of the hospital for over 3 months, and my mom was there every day. She had her office set up in the waiting room because she couldn't lose her job. Less than a year later, my grandmother was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. After grueling rounds of chemo, my grandmother beat cancer. And during this time, my mother also cared for her too. In September of 2017, only 4 months after my grandmother beat the odds, my grandfather passed away due to carbon monoxide poisoning from a faulty furnace. They had been married 54 years and had never spent any time apart. At 78 days later, my grandparents were back together again, as my grandma passed away due to a broken heart. During this time, my grades were slipping and I struggled to keep my straight A's and was constantly in a bad mood. I then remembered my mom's perseverance. Even though our world had been turned upside down, she was our rock. I learned how to persevere from my mom, and with the help from my family, peers, and my First T family, we were able to get through this tough time. My coaches checked on my sister and I and the family, and some coaches, like Coach Katie, actually attended their funeral services. My sister and I were so thankful for everything they did for us. This program has been uplifting in their support on and off the course, because it's more than just a game. So I thank those of you here to support this program, because you never know how a program like this, open to anyone, gives hope to a young boy or girl. You never know how a program like this builds the confidence needed to stand up to bullying and to stand up to present in a room with more than 300 people. You never know how a program like this empowers children to self-advocate and become successful on and off the green. You never know how a program like this creates mentors for that young man or young girl who may not have anyone else they can talk to. And you never know how your support will provide scholarships for a young person whose family may be going through medical challenges or the loss of loved ones. Well, now you know. Thank you.